Welcome to A Cup of Joe with Go, your source for everything travel, brought to you by Go Travel.
I'm Susan.
I'm Julia.
And I'm Rosie. And today, I'm flying to Dallas, Texas. No, really. I'm jumping on a flight in Orlando and flying to Dallas this afternoon. And you're coming with me.
Welcome back to another Cup of Joe with Go. So, Rosie, finally going home.
Yes, I'm going back home today after being quarantined here for 2 months.
Oh, we're gonna miss you, but more importantly, I am really curious what it's gonna be like on this flight today. So you're flying on Southwest.
Yes.
So what have you heard from them so far as communication?
I got an email yesterday morning for preparation for the flight.
Okay, let's take a look at that right here just quickly. We're requiring masks or face coverings for customers. Customers are required to wear a mask or face covering at the airport and while traveling. If you forget your mask at home, one will be available for you. It's also highly encouraged for you to bring your own sanitizer. So you have a mask, you've got that?
Got 2.
Fantastic. Okay, next, it says that the airport experience is changing. Here's what you need to know. We are boarding in groups of 10 and only one side of our boarding poles to help our customers spread out. Please wait to line up until the gate agent calls you. We are limiting the number of people on board each flight to provide customers more personal space, so there will be no need for the middle seat to be occupied currently through June. But if you're traveling together, you can still sit together. It also goes on to say, download the Southwest app to get a mobile boarding pass to help limit the amount of exchanges you make with others at the airport. And lastly, we are not serving snacks or beverages in flight to limit personal contact. So have you downloaded the app?
I have the app and I have my boarding pass.
So just in case.
And I have my hand sanitizer and I have peanuts and I will fill my water once I get across into the boarding area.
For sure. So far what we're seeing, the main things you need to remember if you are flying right now: mask, eat before you go because they are not serving, and lastly, be sure to download the app to limit more exchanges of personal contact. So those are the 3 I would say people need to remember right now. And Rosie, I think it's important that we do address the cleanliness of the plane. We're about to take you off to the airport shortly, but in the meantime, what is Southwest doing to prepare the plane for its guests? They have added multiple layers of stringent cleaning and disinfecting, and you can find this all on the Southwest website. So first of all, both an electrostatic disinfectant and an antimicrobial spray are applied on every surface of the aircraft, killing viruses on contact and forming an antimicrobial coating or shield for 30 days. Next, a Sanicide X3, a broad spectrum disinfectant, will be used to clean commonly used areas, onboard lavatories, tray tables, armrests, seat belts, flight attendant call buttons, and overhead bin handles before every flight, and they started that at the beginning of May. They also deep clean each plane from nose to tail for nearly 6 to 7 hours every night, and they have been doing that since March. They use HEPA air filters on board the Southwest aircrafts, which remove 99.97% of airborne particles, similar to technology found in hospitals. In addition to the aircrafts, they are also regularly cleaning the gate areas, ticket counters, and baggage claim areas, as well as providing hand sanitizer at the customer areas. This, by the way, is all in line with the guidelines as directed by the CDC. Well, I think it's really interesting to hear all of the things that the airlines are doing in preparation and how they clean the aircraft. It's not something we've ever really been concerned too much with in the past. It's almost time to head to the airport. You have your mask.
Yes.
You had your snack.
Yes.
And you have your mobile app. I think let's go check and weigh her suitcase and make sure it's not too heavy. Let's go. Rosie, how's the airport look?
Oh, there's nobody here. Look at this. Usually Orlando Airport, this is massive parking because people are dropping off and there's nobody here. Look at this. Well, there's a few people at Southwest. That's the only gate with people.
How was your check-in, Rosie?
Check-in was smooth. No one at Southwest. I guess I'm early, 2 hours early for this flight. You need to see this airport. It's never like this. It is normally a zoo.
This is just absolutely wild. I have never seen Orlando this empty. This is usually packed with so many kids and families and just people coming in and out from Disney. I have a feeling things will change very soon though.
May I have your attention, please? The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommend social distancing to stop the spread of germs. Thank you.
It's empty.
Empty. Look at this. I'm going into security now, and we just have to social distance as we're going through. So I'm off.
Just dropped off Rosie at security. They don't even need pre-check because there's barely anybody going through. So they have lots of signs, masks are required, and everybody's being super friendly, but being very cautious and being respectful of the social distancing rules. So we'll hear from her on the other side about her flight.
Hi, I just wanted to let you all know that coming through security, when I went up to the check-in before you go through the line, she had me put my passport up against a plexiglass screen and I had to show my boarding pass. Then I kept my passport against the screen, sort of like we do when we have to go to Costco. Then she wanted me to pull my mask down and she saw me and she said, okay, put your mask back up and now scan your boarding pass. And she says, great, you're good to go. So my flight leaves at 5:30 and it is 4:51. So I'm guessing that they are cleaning the plane now because everybody's off and nobody's getting on. I would say maybe 25 people got off this flight. They're done getting off. They just took a wheelchair through. So I think not many people are flying. I can't count how many are in here going, but I'll try to find out. Well, everyone, home sweet home. I just got in from the airport. So I'm ready to sit down, put my feet up, but I just wanted to show you here. There's my luggage, and look at that stack of mail in the basket that's filled with 4 months of mail. I'm so glad to be home and sleep in my own bed after 4 months, but I made it safely. I'm missing you guys already though. On a final note, I just want you all to know that I was afraid to go shopping, yet alone going out and getting on an airplane and flying back to Dallas. But today I was put at ease. From the ticket counter to the TSA pre-check to the gate agent. Everyone wants to protect you as well as themselves. And I really didn't feel any problem getting on this airplane or flying to Dallas. I'm glad to be home. So now it's time for me to get after that mail.
Well, I'm so happy that Rosie made it back to Dallas safe and sound. After not flying for a while, this was really interesting to see the full flight experience. Thank you so much for joining us today. Be sure to subscribe.
And join us next week for another cup of Joe with Go.